One thing that I wanted to stress on creating wealth, the simple thing on how you create wealth, is obviously you make more money than you spend first. I keep talking about like investing and putting money into other vehicles that are going to work for you, but I don't think it's good to just make an assumption that you guys all know this, that obviously you need to make more money than you actually spend so that you have some excess cash that you can invest. It's great if you're making a ton of money. It's a lot easier to do this, but if you're not, it makes it a lot harder. If you're making $1,000 a month, your costs are $1,000 a month. Well, it's pretty simple math. There's nothing left for you to invest. The first thing that you'd want to do is look at your expenses and try to figure out how you can cut down on some of those expenses so that you can be net cash flow positive. So if you're making $1,000, you want to try to get it down to $700 a month in debt. You can be creative on things, on figuring out how to do that. That would be the first way. The second way you could do it is that you'd want to make more money. So if you're making $1,000 a month and you're spending $1,000 a month, then you got to think about how can I generate more revenue, more money for yourself. Could it be in your current job? Could it be your time? If you don't have money to invest, then your time, your knowledge could be something that you can use. So, people babysit, so you make a few extra bucks. You can ask somebody to help them out with their business on the side, on the weekends. The way you want to think about it, and it depends on what stage of your life you're in, that money that you're getting that's going to be extra, you have a plan for. If you invested in Bitcoin in 2016, you are chilling. All of this whole cryptocurrency that we're living through, this digital assets, it's all really, really early. It's going to take some time for this to develop. That's okay. The good part is that is giving you an opportunity to invest. I think that you need to take advantage of this. This is a huge opportunity. There's only a few of these that happen, and it comes across your life a few times, and if you look, history repeats itself. I believe that the cryptocurrencies are here to stay. I don't care about all the news. I don't pay attention to the news. There's all these people playing games. Just some of them are doing it so they can lower the price of this so that they can buy more. All that stuff to me is just noise. Don't pay attention to any of that. Personally, I think that the second half of 2021, we're going to have a real big upside move. I think that it's going to be the start of something big. I can't give you all the reasons why, and I'm just not that smart. I don't know all about smart contracts, blockchain, blah, blah, but I can see the trends. I had Netflix at a very early stage of their business cycle, and I made good money, and then I sold. And I liked Netflix. I didn't do enough work on my end to believe that it was going to be around and have staying power. So when the money went up, I just saw it as a stock. I was like, oh man, I just got to get rid of this. Meanwhile, I would have made, I think I calculated, I would have made an extra like $4.5 million if I held on to it. Even a little bit of it, but I didn't. And that's frustrating, right? Because I was in the right place with the right stock, and I just got in my own way. That's a lesson that I learned for me now, that I'm not going to get in my own way. Let's pretend like we're going to go and sit down and watch a movie. We're going to go watch this romance movie of a boy and a girl. I'm going to fast forward to the last 10 minutes of the movie, and we're going to watch it. The last 10 minutes of the movie, the boy ends up getting the girl. They're in love, they live happily ever after. Now, we're going to go watch the beginning of the movie. And in the beginning of the movie, we're going to watch all these crazy events that happen between the boy and the girl, and the journey that they're taking of, it looks like they're never going to be together. There's no way they're going to be together. But guess what? We already saw the last 10 minutes of the movie. The boy gets the girl. But the guy did this that time to the girl in the beginning. It doesn't matter. We already saw the end of the movie. The boy gets the girl. No matter what happens in the start all the way to the end, the boy gets the girl. China said something about Bitcoin. The boy gets the girl. Something with the too much energy is being used for Bitcoin, but the boy gets the girl. To me, all that negativity is just another buying opportunity, because at the end of this, the boy gets the girl, and cryptocurrencies will be here to stay. Again, not financial advice. I don't have anything that I can tell you that I did tons of research on all of this stuff to a point where I'm qualified to tell you to buy it. I'm telling you I'm buying it. And if you want to follow me, well then we'll slap high fives later. In my mind, 2025 I think is going to be massive. For me, I love two. Okay, you guys want to know what I'm involved in? If you want to be safe, Bitcoin's great, Ethereum's great. Those two are safe. I don't see the return based on what I want, thousands percentage points. I want massive. I think some of these altcoins are like the smaller coins, have that opportunity because they haven't gone yet. And the two that I'm in, one I've been in since like 2016 or 17 that I've been keep buying is VeChain. I love it. I mean, I understand it. Companies are building infrastructure around VeChain. An amazing thing, and I just keep seeing them create more and more partnerships, and it's just a matter of time. It's not if, it's when. The second one that I've now have, my second largest holding, is it's Ripple. You know, for me, I don't know enough to speak to you about the exact reasons why, other than, you know, listening to other experts and listening to what their opinions are. Right now, the SEC is in a lawsuit with Ripple. You know, I didn't really pay much attention to it until like middle of last year. A friend of mine in my mastermind, you know, said he loved it, and he gave me his reasons why. So I started to do more research on it, and I said, you know what? It sounds like it makes sense. So I started to buy a little bit. Then I did more and more research on this. Everything that I'm looking at from all the experts, it sounds like Ripple's going to win this lawsuit. And when that happens, it's gonna lift a huge dark cloud over what Ripple's all about, and a lot of things are going to unfold from that point on. One, once they lift it, I think it's going to have a huge spike up. Then it's going to get relisted on all these exchanges. There's whispers about them going public. Other people think that this could be like Bitcoin. It's going to take time for that to happen, but if that's the case, oh my goodness. Bottom line is, I am in it. I am backing it. I am investing in it. I'm taking the hard-earned money that I make in my day-to-day, and I'm investing it into products that I believe have long-term capability, sustainability, that's going to get me a huge ROI. Again, this is not financial advice, but I think it's a tremendous opportunity for you guys to get involved. I think this is one of those things we're going to look back in our lives in 5, 10, 15 years from now and be like, man, I wish I was involved. At the time when the internet came out, it was all around like websites and communication and maybe some e-commerce. It wasn't about streaming movies. Who thought that that was going to be possible? There's going to be so many things that are going to come from cryptocurrencies that we haven't even thought about yet. But again, we don't know. That's why the boy gets the girl. We're not smart enough to know that, and we don't need to be smart enough to know that. It's not our domain. It's not our expertise. But we can get behind it and invest in it so that we can profit from it. With that said, you know, I just wanted to kind of come on here and talk to you guys about what I do, what I'm doing, on how I'm trying to build my wealth and get my money to work for me at the time. Again, do your own research. Don't buy anything because of me. I always tell people that you're the one pulling the trigger. If you want to buy it, by all means. I can tell you what I'm doing, but it's on you. You make that decision. You do your own homework. For me, I'm all in on Ripple and VeChain. I think in the next 6 months, if we look back at this video, right now, I believe VeChain's trading at 8 cents. Ripple's trading around 70 cents. It'll be fun to see what those prices will be in January 1st, 2022. Predict it. If you guys want to predict it, I'd be curious to see if you guys, anybody has knowledge on this. I'd love to know what you think. Love to know what Bitcoin will be. People say Bitcoin's going to be over $100,000 by the end of this year. If that happens, all these other altcoins are going to rip. And I love it. I love it. I think it's so exciting. And I can't wait for when this does go up, because once it does and I have all this excess capital, I'm going to now take that and I'm going to compound that into my business. And I'm going to use that to help other people. And that's where it's going to get really fun. I hope some of the stuff that we talked about today was helpful. If you liked what we talked about and you want to get more, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Press the button down below. Share it with people that you think may need this. With that, be blessed. Thinking of you, rooting for you, supporting you. Speak to you on the next one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.